Welcome to Mobtv. Please do subscribe to our channel for more videos. Click on the bell button.
Hi, welcome. This is Mobtv. My name is Donald. Yeah, it's about what is happening in Nigeria about the Shiites and the federal government. It's a very sad story that we have a lot of terrorist group in Nigeria, and the government is actually prescribing more. Maybe tomorrow we hear now that the herdsmen they be prescribed to be terrorist group, or the other day now we hear OPC since IPOB. Maybe another day now we'll now hear that bandits. It's like we're just too fast to prescribe to be. And the thing is that looking at it, how do we get to this point whereby we don't derive joy? Because now when we tap them that name, it gives us the opportunity and the ability to kill them. Killing, you see, the thing is that one thing is that you cannot kill an idea. Ideology is not what you use to go after. Anything that has to do with ideology that is sold from one person to another is more like religion. And Shiite is a religion movement, a religious movement rather to say. This is an ideology of the people. It lives in them. It's more like their belief. Their core. It's like who they are. You can't separate them from that. They've imbibed it. They've drank it. They've swallowed it. They've believed it. It's become them. Your bullets will finish. Or their dead bodies will just lie everywhere. Because if you now start killing them, okay, the prescription was like that Shiite is not prescribed. Any law-abiding citizen that is a Shiite, that doesn't stop them from doing their prayers, but any other activity apart from doing prayers, that one is a terrorist activity. Which means we are now separating protest. Now, which means anything that has to do with protest. But come to think of it, protest has never in the whole world been anything that would be associated to terrorism. It's just a protest. Some protests they go on peacefully, some protests come out hazardous. Yeah, properties are being spoiled. It's just to get our attention. Call them and dialogue with them. It is possible. I've always said that dialogue is the best way when you're dealing with human beings, because once a human being is involved, change, progression is inevitable. And these are human beings. You can only sit with them, know how to go around it. We have a lot of people in Nigeria that are smart enough to do this. Why not bring them on board, on the table? Let's sit down and look at this. Okay, they're protesting about their leader, about Zakzaky. Zakzaky could be released and sent abroad for treatment. When he comes back, you put him on put a restriction around him. But let him be free. You could still, yes. But let there be peace. Let's have fresh breath. Everywhere terrorists, only Nigeria has 4. Imagine all these 4 if they start attack at once. All these 4 terrorist groups, let us say that they somehow they unite and agree to attack Nigeria at once. 4 terrorist groups attack this country at once. Do we have all what it takes to match them? So, and what you call your dog is what it answers. Once you call them terrorists, automatically I think, that instinct was building in them and they will actually become one. It is not for the help of anybody. All I'm saying is let there be peace. Let there be progress. Let there be peace. Let peace reign. Human beings are dying. Human beings are actually dying. No be fowl they die, no be goods, no be ram. Na human being. I beg, Uncle President, Uncle Senators, Uncle Governors. No, not get mouth. People should do something. Please. And the daughter of Zakzaky had come up to say that no, it is not possible for them to stop the protest. In as much as we will prescribe a terrorist group, that the protest will actually continue. He said, as she was even recording the video, making this public declaration that protest is ongoing already, and it will continue every day of the week in Abuja until her father is actually released. So the prescription is not actually stopping them. So which means the army and the police, they should get enough bullets and start killing them because they're coming for protests. And the young lady said that the spokesman who came out to say that the stop protest is a lie, that Islamic movement of Nigeria does not have a spokesperson. It's just a spokesperson of a particular forum, that is a media forum in the movement, not speaking for the whole movement generally.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Ibrahim Zakzaky, and I'm making this video to address the issue of the press statement that went out today that was saying that the Islamic movement had decided not to continue with the protests going on in Abuja. This is not the official view of the Islamic movement, and the protests are continuing. And even as I record this video right now, earlier today there was a protest in Abuja, just as there will be tomorrow, and there will continue to be protests just as there have been for the past years on every weekday of the week. And I just wanted to clarify as well, because I saw that a lot of these news agencies were stating that the spokesperson of the Islamic movement wrote this statement. First of all, the Islamic movement has no such thing as a spokesperson, and the person who wrote this article is the chairman of the media forum, and also the editor of the Al Mizan newspaper. The media forum, just like the numerous forums we have in the Islamic movement, is just a forum that is there for people within that field to have their own space and have their own activities within the Islamic movement. Just like we have like academic forum and so many other forums dependent on that pertain to different fields, basically. And yeah, and I also wanted to point out that this is the reason why this is very important to clarify is because this can be used to frustrate the efforts of these protests. And in this press statement, I noticed that this person wrote that if any protests is seen conducted in Abuja, that it may have been carried out by some security forces or other people trying to impersonate the Islamic movement. But that is not true, and this person has nothing to do with the people organizing these protests that have been going on in Abuja for the previous years, and are still going on, and will continue to go on until Zakzaky is free. So I just wanted to make that clear very briefly.
And